Bonus. All right. So for that of excellent pathway, your answer was supposed to be x is equal to 7 on 2. 7 on 2. Then for St. Andrews, your answer is x is equal to 1 on 2. X is equal to half. Yes. This set of questions also comes with a common preamble to all schools. And I read a preamble. An electric circuit consists of an ammeter, a voltmeter, two resistors in parallel with resistances R1 equal to 6 ohm, R2 4 ohm, and a third resistor R3 equal to 1.6 ohm, connected in series to the first two parallel resistors. If the voltmeter reading is 12 volt, excellent pathway, determine the total resistance across the parallel resistors.
Last one is 16 or the last my shit is full. Less than 2. So now what do you get with your 6 plus
All right, Tesak, as bonus.
2.4 ohms.
You are right. Your major question, Tesak. What is the total resistance in the circuit?
4 ohms.
You are right.
the voltmeter reading.
St. Andrews, determine the current flowing through the circuit. All right.
3 ampere.
You are right. I think they made your job very easy for you. When you have 12 volts and someone has given you the total resistance as 4. So just divide 12 by 4, you get your 3 ampere and you are good to go. Back to excellent pathway. If sine 45 degrees is equal to root 2 on 2, what is cos 45 degrees?
Cos 45 degrees is root 3 on 2.
No. Tesak, your major question. If cos 60 degrees is equal to 1 on 2, what is sine 60 degrees?
One on 2.
No. St. Andrews, if tan 60 degrees is equal to root 3, what is cos 60 degrees?
So 1 on 2.
You are right. All right. The last set of questions also come with a common preamble to all schools. And I read out the preamble. Determine the balanced chemical equations for the following neutralization reactions of acids and bases. Tekia and Elizabeth. potassium hydroxide and sulfuric acid. Tesak.
2 capital K, capital O, capital H plus capital H substitute 2, capital S, capital O substitute 4, mapping onto capital K substitute 2, capital S, capital O substitute 4 plus capital H substitute plus 2 capital H substitute 2, capital O.
I'll give you the 1 point. Your major question, yours is sulfuric acid and sodium hydroxide. Bonus. All right. St. Andrews, yours is hydrochloric acid and calcium oxide.
We have 2 capital H, capital C, L plus capital C, capital O, mapping onto H2O plus CaCl.
No. Excellent pathway.
Capital A. 2 capital H, capital C, small letter L plus CaOH2. Going to CaCl2 plus 2H2O.
No. Where you got it wrong is when you say CaOH. I don't know where the OH is coming from. It is calcium oxide, not calcium hydroxide. So the answer for your main question that you got wrong, I think that one, Tesak answered it. That of Tesak, it is sulfuric acid and sodium hydroxide. So the expected answer is H2SO4 plus 2NaOH going into Na2SO4 plus 2H2O. Yes. And the last one for St. Andrews was supposed to be hydrochloric acid and calcium oxide. So you have 2ACl plus CaO, which is calcium oxide, going into calcium chloride, which is CaCl2 plus H2O. Okay, and so that brings us to the end of the first round. And we'll be back from a commercial break in a jiffy. Let's do it better. All right, welcome back. Yes, these are the scores for the first round of the contest. Excellence Pathway had 0 points. St. Andrew's Complex had 6 points. TESAC had 8 points. So that brings us to the second round of the contest, which is the true or false questions. And here, statement to be read out to you. Your duty is to indicate whether the statement is true or false. If it is true, you say true. If it is false, you say false. Nothing in between. And you must be emphatic on your answer as much as possible. But here, penalty point is awarded here. If you attempt and you are unsuccessful, -1. And the questions are not transferable unless a school fails to answer their question outright. In that case, the question becomes available for the 2 other schools to compete for it. And in competing for it, ring your bell. Correct point here, or correct question here, or correct answer you provide will earn you 3 points. If you get it wrong, too, -1. All the best to all of you. And I start with TESAC International School. Every part of the heart relaxes during diastole.
False.
I'm sorry, it's a true statement. St. Andrews, when the heart muscles relax, blood flows into the atria.
False.
I'm sorry, it's a true statement. Excellent pathway. For a constant volume of fluid, an acidic solution will have lower concentrations of hydrogen ions than water.
False.
You are right. TESAC. If a triangle is drawn in a square such that its apex divides one of the sides of the square into 2 equal halves, the result will be 3 triangles with equal areas.
True.
You are right. St. Andrews. Imaginary numbers are the square root of non-positive real numbers.
True.
You are right. Excellence pathway. 0, 0 is considered to be both a real and an imaginary number.
False.
I'm sorry. It's a true statement. Tesak. The surface area to volume ratio plays a vital role in the exchange of materials between organisms and their environment.
True.
And that true is correct. St. Andrews, syphilis is caused by a virus.
True.
It's a false statement. Excellent pathway. The enamel of the teeth provides nourishment for the cell of the teeth. Go ahead. Oh, I thought someone is going to take advantage of it and a cool 3 point. How will an enamel provide nourishment? It's the hard part of the teeth. So where is it going to generate its nourishment from so that it will supply the teeth with it? So it's a false statement. All right, so that brings us to the end of this round. Let's give it out to them. So at the end of the second round, St. Andrews had 1 point. And then Excellence Pathway had 2 points. Tesak had 5 points. So I think the school want to effect substitution this early. Joseph is coming, or who is coming? Okay, George. Is Arnold? Okay, Arnold is giving way for Joseph. The challenge of the day. I have given you some files. What you need to do is that you now open the file as I have opened my own. I will walk you through the questions. Once I am done, you will start solving the question on your paper within 3 minutes, after which you go to the board and present your answer on the board for 2 minutes, and then I'll come round to score. So let's go through the question. Don't start work now. Let's go through the question. The diagram over there, that nice picture you see over there, the back and line DB is 5 feet and line AD is 13 feet. Now, DSF is a tension cable that balances the load on beam ABC. Take J as 10 meters per second square. Now, this is your task. Determine the magnitude of AB. Then you find the value of X or TB, line TB. The third task is that if the tension cable at DCF must balance the weight of the bar and the suspended, determine the force that will be in the cable. So you have to determine the force in the cable. The last task is if line BC is 1/4 of line AB, find the length of line DC. Do you all have the questions in there intact? All right. So your time starts now. 3 minutes. Start work. Stop work, go to the board, present exactly what you have written on the paper on the board. The two of you can go there together, no problem. Go to the board. St. Andrews, go to the board. Take the sheet and present your answer on the board. You have just 2 minutes to do the presentation. on it. And the data provided was that the DB is perpendicular to AC. So over there you realize that there will be an angle of 90 degrees, and then AT is 1/3 of AB. So all you do is, if you know AB, you find 1/3 of it, and that will give you the value. DB was given at 5 feet, AD was given as 13 feet, and gravity, acceleration due to gravity, was given as 10 meters per second squared. So first you were asked to determine the magnitude of AB. And so you apply Pythagoras theorem here. Once you have the other side 13 and the other one 5, you determine the base side, which is AB. And so your AB will be equal to the 13 squared minus the 5 squared. And so that will give you root 144, and then you find the root of it, and that will give you 12 feet. If you're able to do that one and follow the steps or the procedures, you earn 3 points. The next is for you to go further and find the x over there, or the variable you put over there. So you make it, since AB is equal to AT plus TB, then your AB is going to be AT plus a variable that you substitute them, either x or y, whatever. Then you substitute the values into it. Your AB has already been determined, which is 12 feet. It is AT that you are going to find, but then x is also, you have put x there, so you determine that one. But AT, don't forget, we mentioned that AT is 1/3 of AB. So once you get an AB, you find 1/3 of it, and that will give you 80. So 1/3 of that 12 that you determine, 12 feet you determine, will give you the 80. So that will be 4. So you get 12 is equal to 4 plus x. Then you make x the subject, and you find your 80. And you find your x. So your x is going to be 8 feet. Good. Then you continue with the force in the cable. So as you know, the total weight on the beam, you calculate the individual weights and then put together. So the force F is going to be the M1G plus M2G, because it was stated that they are the same. So you have 500 times 10 plus the 120 times 10. So you get your 5,000 plus 1,200, and that will give you 6,200 Newton, or 6.2 kilonewtons. No one even ventured on to do that one. The IV part, which is the BC, you were given that BC is also 1/4 of AB. You've already determined AB, which is 12. So 1/4 of the 12 is going to give you 3. So it's simple. BC will give you 3. Then you use the Pythagoras theorem to determine your DC. Yes, where you have BD squared plus BC squared equal to DC squared. Therefore, your BD is 5, and then your BC is 3. So you square all of them. You have 25 plus 9 giving you 34. Then you find root of 34. And so your DC will be root of 34 feet. That's all that is required of you. If you do it right, 10 points is at stake here. Otherwise, I will score you as you did. So one of you should come to the board and tell us what you have for us. Hold it. on it and speak through the microphone.
So the magnitude, we have 180 feet.
The magnitude you had,
180,
did you conjure the figure?
yes.
Where did it come from? You only wrote something. Anyway,
And
Go
the
ahead.
TB, we have 120 feet. And the tension force, we have 5,000 Newton. And the line BC, we have 1230 feet.
Over here, when you come and you are given a problem of the day, we expect you to work it out. When they say go to the board, present everything that you wrote down there, not answers. Do you get it? In any case, none of the answers conform to what I have here. So, I don't know what it is. I don't know what this one is also coming from. All right. In any case, I don't know which TB you were looking for. No. There was nowhere in the question that says you should find TB. All right. So I will score you 0. Who is coming to the board?
So we were to determine the magnitude of AB. So we knew that Pythagoras theorem, hypotenuse squared is equal to adjacent squared plus opposite squared. So AD squared is equal to DB squared plus AB squared. AD was 18, DB was 5, so 169 minus 25. Square root of 14, giving us 12 feet. For the III, we subtracted 3 from 12 to get 9 feet. And the tension in the cable, we know that force is equal to mass times acceleration. So for the first one, we had 500 times the 10 meter per second, and we had 5,000 Newton. For the IV, BC is 1/4 of AB, so 1/4 of 12 is 3 feet. Using Pythagoras theorem, we had root of 34 feet. Thank you.
All right, for the first part, I think you had 1 point here. You did your substitutions right, that earned you a point. Your answer was right, it earned you a point here. Then for the BC part, all right? So 1/4 of AB, which was so this one is which number is that? The IV. Okay, so it's 1/4 of BC. Okay, BC is equal to 1/4 of AB. Okay, so you determine that one. You have a point here, and then you use it in this. Okay. All right, 1 point here. Okay, and then 1 point here. This one, what is it? What was that one? I don't know what you were doing there. Where is it? This one. So the mass times acceleration. You did for only one side, right? Only one. So that over there, you only get a half point there. Yes, because you should have done for the other one also half. Then you come and add. So when you add, you get that 6,200. So you get a half here. So in all, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.5. 6.5. Who is going to the board? One of you should get up. You wrote it on the board, so tell us what you have there. Maybe it's a new mathematics formula that we need to learn from you.
The I, we're trying to find the magnitude, which we didn't finish solving. Then
You are trying to find what?
the magnitude.
The magnitude. Or maybe you got confused with the magnitude we're looking for. The magnitude, we are talking about the length of that AB, not the magnitude that's in finding the number plane. You understand? So, and then the tension too.
We were asked about the type of force.
We never asked of the type of force.
Okay. So sorry.
All right. So you score nothing here. Nothing is at stake for you here. I don't know what this one is. I don't know. So 0. All right. So now you can close your folder and put it down there, and let's continue. Put it inside and all right. So at the end of the third round, the challenge of the day, Excellence Pathway has 0 points. St. Andrew's Anglican had 0 points as well. The SAC International has 6.5 points. Yes, so that's lead us into the fourth round of the day, the head-to-head. And as we usually do, one of you will have to make way for the other person to compete on your behalf. So who is leaving, you just... I'll be reading out some questions, and here your fastness will save you. If I read out the statement or the question and you have the answer, don't hesitate to press your bell. And then notify me that you are ready to answer, and I'll give you the opportunity to answer. If you attempt and you are successful, 3 points. If you fail on your attempt, -1. The question becomes available for the rest to compete for it. If any school gets it right, 2 points. If they also fail to get it right, -1. Until the last school answers it for a point. If that school also fails, -1. And we do all this within the stipulated time. Okay. I wish you all the best. All other rules are still intact. So I wish you all the best. And I'll read my first question. Which of the following devices has wait, let me come. Okay. Which of the following devices has a high resistance and why? So I have ammeter or voltmeter. No answer. Yes. You wanted to answer. Try your bell. Let me see. Try your bell. Oh, it's working. Let me. Good. So, if you did not answer, it doesn't mean your bell did not help you. You did not want to answer. So the answer is a voltmeter, and a voltmeter is connected in parallel in a circuit to allow passage of minimal current through it. Hence, the circuit current is not significantly affected. So the voltmeter has the higher resistance. Okay. The next question. What disease is also known as blue death? Blue death. Blue death. It's simple. Our ordinary friend cholera is known as blue death. All right. My next question. What kind of image is formed on the retina of a human eye? George.
Real image.
Yes.
Inverted image.
I'll have to share the point for them. The answer is real and inverted image. You gave half, she also gave half. So I can't give it to any one of you. But if I don't give it to you two, -1 each. The next question. An electrical appliance is rated 60 watts, 240 volts. What amount of current will it draw from the supply? Yes, George?
4 amperes.
No. Yes, Sammy?
3 amperes.
No. Who? Oh. All right. So all right, so welcome back from the commercial break. And let me give the scores of the fourth round. So at the end of the fourth round, it's all negatives. Tesak had -2 points. Excellent Pathways had -1 point. St. Andrews also had -1 point. So we'll move on to the fifth round, which is the speed test. And here it is similar to the round 4, which was the head-to-head. The only difference is that the two of you sit together and then you discuss your answers and come out with it, right? But here too, there is a penalty point. If you attempt to answer and you are unsuccessful, -1. And you allow the other two schools to compete for it. If they also get it right, +2. If they get it wrong, -1. So that is how it goes. Now let me go straight to my questions. 9 solid questions here. If you score all of them, you are earning 27 points. My first question. In a chemical molarity calculation, a simple equivalence formula is used, such as M1 V1 is equal to M2 V2. If M1 is equal to 2 on 3, M1 is equal to 2 on 3 M2. You get it? M1 is equal to 2 on 3 M2. Find an expression for V2 in terms of V1. All right. The answer is V2 is equal to 2V1 on 3. 2V1 on 3. My next question. A water storage tank containing 20 kilograms of water at a height of 5 meters above the ground. Determine the velocity of water, assuming air resistance is negligible and full potential energy is converted to fluid kinetic energy under G is equal to 10 meters per second squared. Oh. So this one, you are to use the kinetic energy formula. And then you do your substitutions where the mass is given. Right? And you are good to go. So the answer will be 10 meters per second. You have to look for the velocity. So it's 10 meters per second. The next question, I'll read the preamble first, then you use it to answer the question. Measurement systems, given that 1 tablespoon is equal to 3 teaspoons. Take note of it, 1 tablespoon is equal to 3 teaspoons. And 1 teacup is equal to 8 tablespoons. Do you get it? 1 tablespoon is 3 teaspoons, and 1 teacup is equivalent to or is equal to 8 teaspoons. 8 tablespoons. My question is, how many teaspoons? George?
24.
Oh. No, we didn't even listen to the question. So let me continue for others to answer. How many teaspoons will fill 2 teacups? Yes, St. Andrews.
48.
You are right. So 2 points. Because George has done all the work for you. All you needed to do is to just multiply by 2. If the mean of P, Q, and R, if the mean of P, Q, and R is 6, determine the mean of P plus 1, comma, Q plus 2, and R plus 3. Tekia. Press again. Come again.
24.
No. Yes, George.
24.
Minus 1 each. The answer is 8. 8. The next question. What will be the resulting expression for the ratio of the lateral area of a right circular cylinder of height h to a right circular cone of side L? What will be the resulting expression for the ratio of the lateral area of a right circular cylinder of height h to the right circular cone of side L? Oh, simple. Simple. 2 pi RH on pi RL. So when you simplify, you are getting 2H on L. As simple as that. The next one. Given that 2x minus 6 is equal to 0.
So please 3. X is 3.
I'm sorry, no. 2x minus 6 is equal to 0 and x squared plus y squared is equal to 25. What is the positive value of y? All right.
4.
You are right. All right, so let's continue. The next question is, during a test in the chemical lab, ammonium carbonate or ammonium trioxocarbonate 4 was heated. It was observed that a colorless, pungent smelling gas, which turns red litmus paper blue, was released. Which gas was observed? Tesak,
Calcium hydroxide.
I don't know which gas is that. Did you listen to the question? Ammonium carbonate or ammonium trioxocarbonate 6 was heated. So which gas will it exhume? Ammonia gas. All right. What is the time interval between human heartbeats in seconds? Yes, George.
72 to 75 heartbeats per second.
No. we were not talking about the pulse or the rate. We are talking about the time interval between human heartbeats from one heartbeat to another is 0.8 seconds. 0.8 seconds. All right. Then, the last question for this round. If the exterior angle of a regular polygon is 40 degrees, determine the number of sides.
9 sides.
You are right. All right, so that brings us to the end of the 5th round. So she has come in to rescue the boat. At the end of the 5th round, Excellence Pathway had -2. Tesac had 2 points. And St. Andrews also had 2 points. So we come to the last round of the day. We have Novos coconut drink, producers of non-alcoholic beverages with coconut flavor, keeping you refreshed and hydrated throughout the day. And then the Test Best Mineral Water, producers of sachet and then bottled water. Yebitom Foods, variety of cereals, cereal mix for our breakfast, and Missionaries Academy. And this Missionary Academy is sponsoring our riddle pecunia. So at this point, if you score any riddle question, you are earning 30 Ghana cedis. So if you are lucky and you score all of them, you are going home with 120 Ghana cedis, and it's sponsored by Missionaries Academy. They are into pre-SHS classes and remedial to you. You are to unravel the answer behind the clues. And so if you are able to give the answer on the first clue, you are earning 4 points. On the second clue, you are earning 3 points. On the third clue, you get 2 points. If you attempt and you are unsuccessful, you are out of that riddle and allow the 2 other schools to compete for it. And you come in when the next riddle begins. No penalty points will be awarded here. So take note. And here too, let me emphasize that clarity is of the essence here. Give me the clear answer, precision. I need a precise answer. If you don't give the precise answer, I will not give you. Rather, you provide a clue for any other school to come out with a correct answer. All right. I will begin with my first riddle. And I read out the rules, the clues. I am made of lightweight, flexible fabric that can only deploy in milliseconds, providing a rapid means of occupant safety. I consist of a cushion, a flexible fabric bag, an inflation module, and an impact sensor. I am installed in vehicles, triggered by accelerometer, and deployed upon collision. What am I? Yes, George,
Airbag.
for 2 points. Don't forget, you've already bagged home 30 cities. The next question. I use image guidance for procedures like biopsies, drain insertions, and targeted injections. I am a medical doctor that interprets images from various imaging techniques like X-rays, CT scans, MRI, and ultrasound to identify problems within the body. I am specialized in using medical imaging technologies to diagnose and treat diseases and injuries. Who am I? Georgie.
Sonographer.
Wow, no, 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 no. A sonographer uses what sounds? Yes. This one, they are using imaging technology. So they are called radiologists. Radiologists. The next one. I am a safety wire with a role to provide safe pathways. Let's go.
The earth wire.
You are right. 4 points. 4 points. The last riddle. I am the largest, most developed area of the human brain. I am considered to be the center of the highest functions. St. Andrews.
Medulla.
No.
Is it the membrane?
Yes. Pathway.
Cerebrum.
You are right for 3 points. And that brings us to the end of this round. So, at the end of this round, St. Andrews had 0 points. Excellent Pathways had 3 points. TESAC had 6 points. And as you know, only one school qualifies from this contest to the finals. So cumulatively, Excellent Pathways had 2 points. St. Andrews Anglican Complex had 8 points. And TESAC had 24.5 points. So by this result, it means St. Andrews Anglican and Excellent Pathways, this will be the end of the road for you. But then, you should not be discouraged at all. Walk with your heads up and your chest out, because you have really done well for coming this far. A lot more schools started with you, and they've all fallen apart. You are here in the semi-final, then it tells you that you are already a champion. So go and prepare very well, and then meet us here next year. Thanks for coming. And TESAC, congratulations for your qualification to the final. I think on 4 consecutive, on 4, yes, times. And this is your 4th time of going to the finals, right? Yes. Congratulations. But then you should know that in the finals, a lot is at stake. You need to go sit back and then prepare